So I guess I am back with Danganronpa Part 16. Yes, it's been 15 other parts before this one. I ended it at the start of the crime, so I think Sakura is dead now. We have to find out who did it, who done did it. So let's start. So as you can see, Sakura dead. She had some weird shoes. Kind of reminds me of Alice. Was it Alice in Wonderland? No, maybe. Golden Brick Road. No, Wizard of Oz, that's it. So I'm guessing these lot of the crime scene. Last time we saw this, I gave that to Sakura. Oh, the sweet wrapper, right. There's some blood over here. Front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Was she hit and then... Did she get hit and then sit down? But wouldn't that leave a trail of blood? Could it have been puked or someone else been attacked? But everyone else is here. And Monokuma wouldn't have made an investigation if it wasn't one of hers. Shards of glass, so she was hit with the glass. All red and top bottom section of the bottle, right? Yeah, obviously. It's a figure. It fits the palm of my hand. It's a horse. It's a Monokuma figure. Monokuma done did it. Let's see what she has to say. We don't know who did it. Byaku, Toko, or Hara had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then I hope we find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? Monokuma said she'd be dead around then. I'm telling you, it's the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, even this would never have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. The fact that she asked those three to meet her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. I don't know, I don't think it's them three, it's too obvious. So she was hit with one of these red bottles. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is about how to get those figures inside the bottle. Good point.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the bolt placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other
So
words...
this is the Monokuma version, a Monokuma bottle, if you will. Enter the things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The girl was found on the ground. The red shard of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which means Sakura must have been hit on the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of all that. So I think it's safe to say that Monokuma bottle was the weapon. I don't think it's Byaku, it's not his type of Protein X. Some kind of plastic container rolling around on the entire entrance to the rec room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take it to heart if I were you. I know. Still, the protein can. It's got a label. It says Chemical A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. She must have gotten it from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is it?
Hey,
You see you see what's scattered around the can? Shards of blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. That's odd.
So,
No, it's a very important clue. That means that was thrown over it. This is very tricky case, isn't it?
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who'd go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand on her? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would needed to if they expected to stand a chance against her. Unless she didn't fight back. Let's see what Bayaki has to say.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. If it's true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room. So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped that note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Baku says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, till I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact.
Come on.
If you're finished, please remove yourself from sight. Thanks. Think that's everything. Unless we check body. Obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have had any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips, for sure. Blood. She hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting it on the head somehow caused her to stop vomiting blood? Not a chance. Baku?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? Yep. No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. I think she was poisoned with her protein shake, unable to fight back because of it. Oh. The locker's open and there's and there on the inside is a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing there? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint on all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in their locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid there until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during the confusion they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already opened at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does this handprint mean? What about if someone hid in there and then attacked her while she was waiting? Getting her by surprise with the poison of her protein shake. When she was unconscious, when she was weakened, she sit down. Maybe she vomited over there because of it and then was hit on the head and took a seat down. Maybe she tried to fight back and used this, but then slowly died of poisoning. That'd mean one of them would be wounded if she tried. No, she's a martial artist. She wouldn't use an item. What's this? So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? I don't think there's any more evidence I can possibly find here. Door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. No evidence that any kind staring at the mechanism was used to the door. Other words, I didn't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Okay, I'm gonna have to press R to escape, ain't I? Okay, so there's one more thing. That chair. So we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. There's no reason to think the chair had anything better done to it. There's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because of the chair. It was shoved there. So the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So then.
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the two other people, and you need to hear what they have to say. Yeah, I'm supposed... I like clicking on doors to leave. Why do I have to keep pressing R? There we go. Now I just need to find the other two. You'd think they'd be out investigating. Yeah. Oh, I see. Who's there? Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Oh, sugar, I got the USB.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, it makes me... Okay.
I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered into the hall.
What do you want?
I wanted to talk to you about the fact Sakura had asked to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Becky already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? And I just said too, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So you can tell me about it? I admit, I did get a note. But I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toga claims she didn't get her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. If that's good enough, then I'm going back to my room. So that's her account. Oh, sugar. Where's the other one then? Those two are dead. Junko's dead. Celeste's dead. Sakura's dead. Leon's dead. Here he is.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check on... check on something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have you special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she's wanted to meet with, right? Oga told me herself that she asked Bayaki and Toka to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well. Then she asked me to meet with her, of course. Didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note she
How about that?
gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like, in passing. Oh, he's being very on edge. I've got to be honest, this is super suspicious. So that, yeah, I think it's suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all
No
wrong.
way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Uga was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. Could you show me the note she gave you?
Hey,
I'm sorry.
come on.
Looks like I don't have it anymore. What a big goofy smile on his face. He pulled his hands back out of his pockets. Huh?
Huh?
Ah.
What? Hey,
Sorry,
come on.
just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Oga asked to meet with me, but I never went. So if you'll excuse me. But there's no way that's all there was to it. What next? Maybe I should look and find out more about the protein chem found in the Florette room. Sure, it must have come from the chem lab. First off, I wanna go talk to Ohio about that trash. Ayo, I don't know what her name is. Check F1. Whatever. Go to the map. Happened on the 3rd floor, right? So gotta go to find the rec room.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kayoko what Toka and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You would do well to look them over one more time. What could be new about the Monokuma file? Yeah, something. From what I can tell, you've got a bishop, a king. Oh, where's the queen?
hey,
Yeah, there's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, you'll sure to find it. I know what it is. Hey Koko, can you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come up with their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle has been updated in the truth bullets of your handbook.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment. Can you
anyway...
gather up the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle and try to get smaller pieces too? Did the crime scene like that?
That doesn't
I've
matter.
already done thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so
So then,
I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone. Try to gather up all the glasses. But what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took a broom and dustpan, got to work, collected all the broken pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Oh. And one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
So now here comes the important part. For all the pieces you picked up on the side of the scale, now what might we expect to see? Where normal some should be, either they're balanced or the pieces I collected would be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed here and there.
so then,
Let's give it a try. What? Of course, there's 2 bottles, wasn't there? And the pieces I've collected up is more than a whole. Ah, that's pretty clever. Oh, heavier. How is this possible? Because there was 2 bottles and we're missing
knew
a
it.
queen. What?
in other words. Hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. What do you think? It's all on you? That was a queen. A queen's missing. 2 bottles were used. Did she say check the magazines? Why would a magazine be upside down?
hey,
Whoa. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written on in bold bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
Is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
however,
But to just be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like. What the heck? She's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive
It's settled.
you.
She's the killer for sure. Let's conclude then, right? We can use it to counter the killer. It just seems too easy. If anything, it makes that much more suspicious. I think Bayaki was too smart to get caught. Now, what else did she tell me to investigate?
why?
Oh, we've already gone through this.
Hey. Indeed.
What else did she tell me to investigate?
I won't forgive
Toko's
you.
the killer, I'm sure of it. The magazine proves that we've got to get the killer cornered.
In other words. Hey,
I'm an avid chess player. I can tell. You've got a pawn, a rook, then what I found was a knight, or a horse, whatever you want to call it. Then the bishop. Depending on the position, it would either be a king or queen next, and because the king's towards the end, the only missing piece it could be is a queen. So, a queen is missing. Oh, of course, I have to press R to leave again. So wherever I find that queen could help me find some evidence. So let's go check the chem lab. Hopefully the cam lab will reveal some sort of evidence. Data lab. It was here, right? Oh, Byaku.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just to make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was yes, sir. I understand. Oh, this isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been slipped in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. C4. And label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the floor floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
It can only be in around this time of the incident. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What do you think? Studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world.
That's
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers of this shelf are labelled with the letter B and a number. So I can guess I can consider this part of the shelving under unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. It must have come from C then. I can tell nothing dangerous chemicals. Poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labelled with the letter C and a number. So I can guess I can consider this part of shelving unit section C. And then A. All kinds of... Wait, why would C9 be in the A area? But wait. There's one bottle that's labelled Chem C9. So section A has a diet supplement, section B has reagents, and section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. But what concerns me more is in section A is that there was a bottle with a label from section C. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's something definitely going on here. Well, I've investigated everything, haven't I? Oh, I see footsteps. Front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. But by we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. What an insufferable smirk. He handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well then, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I drew up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, isn't like this. So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left the footprints only had business at the left foremost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto.
possible.
Are they yours? No.
What?
Fine, you want to confirm my shoe size? I see your feet do appear to be too big. Fortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Alright then, let's go back to the rec room. Inform her about this. Did I talk to Bayaki?
I see.
Good eye for spotting. Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. But you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. That's actually good advice. You know, tell me something good about myself and then give criticism. I'm hoping I think Makoto should become a detective after this. Where was I going? Rec room. All I want is Bakyu, Makoto, and Kyoko. They should all become detectives after this. Although Bakyu, he's I think he would be too intelligent for to become a detective.
In other words.
Result of experimental quality.
Hey,
Yes, I know what I know what to think. Well, I went back to the rec room. Maybe I should check the body again.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. And like me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I'd grown perversely used to. Although there's still sometimes I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, look here. Yup, she was the one that stepped on the chemicals. Her shoes.
correct.
Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound to the head.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would
It
seem...
appears that she didn't suffer a single blow. Instead received 2 blows on the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, would you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both her hands were spotless, there's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learnt from examining her body in detail. Oh, the trial's starting now, isn't it?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
I thought it was quite interesting.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Let's go. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes,
For example,
indeed.
You're out of panic. You find a dead body. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes something look super negative.
Yes,
For example, if you have 100 friends. He's right. It does make it seem sad.
I can't wait!
Now then,
I can't
please go
wait!
to the elevator. I see you all down there. What the hell is that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And the person is here. The person is one of us. Let's go. Come on, time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator. Away from my door. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rotten from the outside out. No matter how times I got through this, it's never again it gets easier. We climbed to the steel prison in total silence. God, there's not so many of us now, is there? Yeah, look. I remember when this lift used to be packed. And as suddenly as always, it stopped. The ride was over. The door opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault. We're all that's left. I wonder, will the class try end with one last classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
We're ready to begin, you know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the culprit opened for the 4th time. Oh, the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes.